Welcome back to Mental Models Daily, where we explore one mental model each day to help you elevate your daily decision-making. Today we're examining a powerful concept that influences consumer behavior, business strategy, and personal decisions. Switching costs. Switching costs are the expenses and obstacles customers face when changing from one product or service to another. These costs can be financial, psychological, emotional, or time-based. When switching costs are high, customers become locked in to their current choice, even when better alternatives emerge. This explains why we often stick with suboptimal banks, software, or service providers long after they've ceased to be the best option. It's like having a heavy anchor that keeps you tethered to your current position, making movement to a new position disproportionately difficult. Historically, we can see switching costs brilliantly illustrated in the QWERTY keyboard layout. Developed in the 1870s for mechanical typewriters, the QWERTY layout was specifically designed to slow typists down to prevent jamming of the typewriter keys. When electric and then digital keyboards emerged that had no mechanical jamming issues, more efficient layouts like Dvorak were invented. Studies showed that Dvorak layouts could increase typing speed by up to 74% and reduce errors by 68%. Yet despite these clear advantages, QWERTY remains the standard layout worldwide. Why? Because the switching costs for billions of users to relearn typing on a new layout, plus the coordination required for manufacturers to change, created an insurmountable barrier. It's like being stuck speaking an inefficient language because the cost of everyone simultaneously learning a better one is prohibitively high. In today's business landscape, consider Autodesk, the maker of industry-standard design software like AutoCAD. Autodesk has masterfully created high switching costs through several mechanisms. Their complex software requires significant time investment to learn, often taking professionals months or years to become truly proficient. Files created in AutoCAD use proprietary formats that don't perfectly translate to competitor products. Additionally, entire industries have standardized on their file formats, making it difficult for individual professionals to switch without becoming incompatible with colleagues and clients. Educational institutions teach Autodesk products, creating a pipeline of professionals already locked into their ecosystem. These layered switching costs have helped Autodesk maintain market dominance despite charging premium prices and transitioning to a subscription model that many users initially resisted. It's like building a city where all the roads, buildings, and infrastructure are designed to your unique specifications, making it incredibly costly for residents to relocate elsewhere. So how can we apply the concept of switching costs in our daily lives? Firstly, when making significant purchase decisions, factor in potential future switching costs. Before choosing a phone, software platform, or financial service, consider how difficult it might be to change later. Sometimes paying more upfront for an option with lower switching costs can save money and frustration in the long run. Secondly, periodically audit your recurring services and subscriptions for switching cost traps. Ask yourself if you're staying with certain providers merely because changing seems painful, not because they offer the best value. This mindfulness can prevent the inertia that keeps us overpaying for suboptimal services. Lastly, be strategic about investing time in skills and tools with transferability. When learning new software, for example, prioritize understanding underlying principles that transfer across platforms, rather than just memorizing interface-specific shortcuts. This approach reduces your personal switching costs and increases your adaptability. In conclusion, switching costs help explain why inferior products sometimes maintain market dominance and why we often stick with suboptimal choices in our personal lives. By understanding these hidden costs, we can make more intentional decisions about where we invest our time, money, and attention. In a world of increasingly complex and interconnected systems, awareness of switching costs helps us avoid unnecessary lock-in and maintain our freedom of choice. Thank you for joining me today on Mental Models Daily. Until next time, may your transitions be smooth, your lock-in be intentional, and your awareness of hidden costs be ever present. For more mental models, please visit mentalmodelsdaily.com or find us on X or Instagram. Our podcast music was provided by thepodcasthost.com and Alitu, the podcast maker. Find your own free podcast music over at thepodcasthost.com/free music.